Sports Talk, where we cover sports and more for the culture, by the culture, because we are the culture. Hosted by your favorite twin duo, those Jackson men, Gary and Cary. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can rate us, review, subscribe, follow, and most importantly, share.
Welcome to another glorious edition of the Bottom Line Sports Talk, where we do it
for the culture.
Because we are the culture. Oh, we got to do that better. Okay. Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk, where we do it for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture.
You did?
Number one sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. And if you are tuned in right now, it's been a long time since we've been separated on the podcast, not
on the podcast. Of course.
It's been a long time since we've been separated. So this gloriousness that you see before you is his name CJ. Apparently, he didn't want to put his whole name up there, so he don't want his go.
Well, I mean, I ain't apparently. I mean, I didn't do anything. Again, my name is Cary. We ain't about to start off like that. My name is Cary. That's the guy over there.
No, that's fine since you didn't want CJ up there.
There we go. Cary. My name is Cary Jackson, sports analyst extraordinaire. That's my twin brother.
I'm Gary Jackson Jr., host, creator, podcaster, sports analyst. Overall, just a great knowledge. And if this is your first time tuning in, thank you. We appreciate you for picking us up.
Appreciate it, man.
We appreciate that. And if you are a repeat offender, man, thank you for coming back, man. It's really y'all. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do this without y'all.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. But without further ado, if you are here as a replay, alive, or this your first time, make sure you like, subscribe, share, love on us because we love y'all. Oh man.
Yeah.
oh man, we having these technical difficulties. I see what kind of show it's gonna be right now. But yes, y'all, make sure you like, love, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when we go live.
Yeah, man.
If I had y'all numbers, I'd text y'all individually, but I don't. So you got to stay here. Anyway, man, how's everything going?
It's going good, man. Back in the hometown, enjoying life back at home, chilling with the family. Went to go see the grandparents yesterday. Saw a couple of the aunties. Everybody doing good, holding it down. Unfortunately, I suffered a minor injury playing basketball.
You and Joel and B.
Yeah, my minor injury. I pulled my hamstring a little bit, but hey, you know what? I'm recovering good. I'll be back to 100%. Now I know how some people feel when they pull their hamstring. I'm gonna take it day by day, and I'm gonna get my rest. I'm gonna recover.
Nobody
got some ice, some Tylenol extra strength, and some Epsom salt.
Nobody asked you for a full report like you trying to report on the injury. Nobody asked you for that.
I'm on the injury reserve right now.
Real quick, let's get into these comments before we get everything kicked off.
Yes, sir.
Well, you're in the house with mother, so I'm happy she's still coming, right? The best podcast in the nation, the North American hemisphere, the North American country, the Western hemisphere, the whole world, the nation, the globe, the multiverse, the universe, all that stuff, all the stuff that ain't even been created. It's the best out there. Thank you, mother. From Sade, I guess we don't get a greeting, we just get criticisms here. Is that hat necessary? You're in the house. Well,
it's always necessary.
As far as you might know, it might be cold in my house. Who knows? So it makes me feel warm inside. I don't know what we talking about right now. But hello, Sade, even though you didn't say hey. Good evening. That is from GR Houston Jack, my accountability partner. Love you. All the love, always. I never.
Wow, what kind of heart was that? I don't know what that was.
What's up, Black Raiden? What's good, brother? You see the eye on there?
ISO Black Raiden, man.
ISO guy in this piece. What's up, man? What's up? This is G speaking with our mom. She says hello, mother. We got Skylar in the building. What up, Skylar? And we have Rob here. Cary needs to try out for the G League team. Honestly, Rob and I had that recollection on Saturday when we were attending the Texas Legends. If you hear this Texas Legends sponsorship, what up?
Facts.
Gary had this. Rob had this idea, and I kind of was thinking the same thing. Hey, bro, you need to try out while you still got time in your belt. So, and I know it's not that big of a deal, but go ahead and try out so we can get free tickets, even though they're not that high. I really want to sit courtside. That's really what I'm talking about.
Look, we gonna make that happen. We got to, I like the G League team. But speaking of G League team, how it was my first time going to a G League game on last Friday. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything about the game. A couple of standouts, guys that I like, Jordan Walker, point guard. I'm definitely a fan of his since he's been in high school. He's from New York. He played at if I'm not mistaken, Tulane and the UAB, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, and of course he is playing with the G League team right now. Of course, Theo Pinson, North Carolina's finest. And the game that we went to, it was a good game. And how was your experience?
Well, I had been to a G League game before, Texas Legends G League game before, so that was pretty good. This time it was pretty good. What'll surprise you is you saw how it wasn't as full on Friday when we went. When Rob and I went, that thing was packed on Saturday.
What?
That thing was packed on Saturday. And also, yes, well, what Rob said, we all won trips to Orlando. We'll see how real it is when it all
we're gonna see how real
when it all comes down. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of these things that we have here for you on this here podcast. Why don't we get started? You have on here the NFL has increased its salary cap to $255.4 million, good sir. Why did you think this is relevant to share with the audience, if you will?
Well, I believe that it is a good point that was made because a lot of teams can go out in the market and get the quality players that they want to. They don't have to settle for maybe just one max player or a few max players. They can increase some of the players that are pretty good, that some are in their prime. They can add them to the list of their roster. So I believe it's a good move. Now, the only thing with that, the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. So some of those big markets, like let's say like the LA Rams or the Dallas Cowboys, some of those teams, it's good teams, by the way, are going to continue to get some real good players. And I think it may benefit. I think it may benefit a lot of teams.
So I think, unlike the NBA with the salary cap in the NFL, I don't know if it benefits as far as just only going after players, but I think it benefits more so of keeping some players, right? Imagine if they would have had the salary cap with Tyreek Hill, maybe they would have had enough to pay him. Who knows? It depends on how they load the contracts up and things like that. It matters in the NBA a lot more than I think it does in the NFL. But this is just to, I think, primarily keep more of the players maybe that you want to keep. As far as acquiring some, it just depends, because the thing that we're going to transition into real quick is nobody is trying to pay these marquee running backs, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, and Derrick Henry. And two of those stand out more than the others, but all four of them are phenomenal. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. I don't understand why they aren't getting paid. Hold on real quick. I want to make sure I say this because this made me laugh. Rob said, I know nobody asked about my experience, but it was great. And my eyes were everywhere. This is in relation to
mine were too, buddy. Mine were too.
And then also from saying CJ, our brother, yo.
Hey, yo.
So I think with this increased thing, I'm with you with the rich only get richer, but I think that only applies in NFL to quarterbacks, wide receivers, some O-line and D-linemen, and then some secondary players, cornerbacks, safeties, nickels, and things like that. When it comes to what we really see, I think it really only benefits the quarterbacks. Some wide receivers, but not all. Because a rumor going around is that Minnesota Vikings are considering trading Justin Jefferson, which I don't know the strand of weed you may be smoking, the meth you may be doing, or what opioids you may be partaking in. I hope it's not fentanyl because, I mean, we all know what that does, right? But ain't no way I'm Minnesota. I'm not keeping Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been hearing a couple of sources saying that they want to keep him. Then some say want to trade him. If I was Justin Jefferson, you know, of course I weighed out all my options. Kirk Cousins, I don't think he may be back, but I don't think he's going to be the caliber of player that he once was with due to the Achilles injury.
I believe they got to pay him too. They also have to pay him.
Yeah, and they have to pay him. So if I'm Justin Jefferson, I don't see Minnesota being a contender. And if you want to get paid, go ahead and get paid. I'm not mad at them for getting paid. Go get your money. Go keep getting them checks. But if you want to go to a contender, then you know that there's a few options out there for you to go to as well. But I just don't think if he's looking to win, I don't think Minnesota has it at the moment. Now, I don't think they have with Kirk Cousins unless Patrick Mahomes come up there, unless Josh Allen come up there, any top-notch quarterback comes up there. I don't think they have what it takes. So, if you want to get paid, hey, by all means, get paid. But if you want to go to a contender, yeah, you have those two options, man.
Well, the one thing about him wanting to get paid is he rightfully deserves to get paid. All other receivers got paid, before him. Most of them did. And so we still have a few more, but he's probably the biggest one that's supposed to get paid. Here's the thing about it, though. If they don't pick up Kirk Cousins, you can always get a veteran quarterback. Russell Wilson comes to mind.
Yeah.
You can also go through the draft. I think at the end of the day, he has to ask himself if he wants to stay there. And I know what the organization is saying, well, do we want to pay him? Right. My answer is, hell yeah, you do. Because at the end of the day, who else do you have? I know what y'all talking about with Jordan Addison and the tight end that got his name escapes me right now, even though I wrote it down. I'm trying to.
The one on your fantasy?
Yeah. He was. But I ain't got that app no more. I banned it for a while because I lost in the way that I lost. But when it comes to Justin Jefferson, he is the point that moves this needle. He is the thing that makes everything better. And I think if you don't sign him, that's a great travesty to what Minnesota fans want to see, which is the second coming or a better version of Randy Moss.
Right.
And hopefully, because I think Dante Culpepper was a great quarterback for them.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins ain't Dante Culpepper at all.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
But you also have other things you got to take care of, but I feel like that's the most important thing. You can go get any quarterback I feel to plug in there, and as long as you have him at wide receiver and some of these other pieces, I feel like you're going to be fine. So he's the most important thing to pay and to take care of. Really quick, we had this crazy comment. What's good, my guy? What's good?
Game free for life 332. What up, though?
Rob, I believe is his name. Too.
Rob, what up,
Rob? He said, I told you Purdue. We'll get to that in a minute.
We're going to get that in a minute.
I just want you to see that real quick.
Okay.
I did write down notes for this because these are some things that I found out while Googling and then, doing my sports commentary. Eric Bieniemy, we know that we talked about it. He is going to UCLA to be the associate head coach / offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
What a mighty fall he took, which is not within his own right. I know some people are going to say, hey, he didn't interview well. Here's his resume, right? He's a championship winner in the college football ranks. He played for Colorado back when they were good. He won a national championship with Colorado. He was a Big 8. I didn't know they were still Big 8. I thought they had moved to Big 12 by the time the 1990s came. But they were still Big 8. Big 8 offensive player of the year. Also a finalist, I believe, in the Heisman runner in the Heisman campaign back then. Homeboy was a stud at running back. His numbers look phenomenal. Like, God, and then also he's a 2-time Super Bowl winner, offensive innovator. And I don't care what anybody says. Andy Reid wasn't the only reason why Patrick Mahomes looked the way he did when he finally got to start and he started in the league.
Right.
Having said that, he felt that his time had come to become a head coach. Nobody wanted to give him a shot, including the New Orleans Saints. including the New Orleans Saints. So he took his talents to Washington, where that offense got better. We're never going to attach y'all together with numbers. We're never going to do that. But that offense got better. They were actually competitive this year on offense. They got rid of the defense, which was their bright spot. A lot of the good points, Chase Young
made the big point. And
Sweat was the other acquisition
right.
who went to the Chicago Bears, and he had an even better campaign there. But it's just crazy that he had to step down. I'm sorry, he had to step over because it was a lateral move, become offensive coordinator and try to reinvent himself to show that he can do it with somebody else, which who knows who Sam Howell is? Nobody. Right. I bet none of y'all know what college he went to. I do because I'm a nerd on that aspect of football. But I bet nobody knows what college he went to. Go ahead.
So with Airbnb, how the mighty have fallen. Even he is offensive coordinator at UCLA. Associate head coach
Sean Foster.
Yeah. I don't know what we still have to do some investigation. Like I said last week, we gonna have to look at some emails. We're gonna have to look at some phone records. We're gonna have to look at some text messages. We gonna have to do our due diligence. Some homeland stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to do that. But hopefully, good luck with Airbnb with his 2 years at UCLA. It's gonna be a tough 2 years. Now they in a Big 12 or Pac?
No, Big 10.
Big 10. I apologize.
I don't think they're ever gonna change the name, but Big 10 is what it is, right?
Yeah, we're gonna call it the Big 10, right? So yeah, man, good luck to Airbnb out there, man.
Hey, I wish him well. I hate that the goalpost is what it is for. I can't speak on other minorities. I can only speak on mine. For African Americans, the goalpost and it continues to move. Tampa Bay, for instance, Byron Leftwich, offensive coordinator, who was over Tom Brady, instrumental in them winning the Super Bowl, went from this high, in your saying, when light comes at you fast, went from this high to this low and was fired and let go. And he doesn't have a job still. Another brilliant offensive mind. The Tampa Bay coordinator that came in this year reinvigorated Baker Mayfield's career, which so be it. Fine. Who cares? He actually is a head coach for the Carolina Panthers. Now, you tell me what changed so much so that Byron Leftwich don't have a head coaching job when he rightfully should, because he should have got the Jacksonville Jaguars head coaching position where he played it over Doug Peterson. But he didn't get that, and then he got ousted out of the league that following year. And now the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator is now the Carolina head coach. And I'm like, how did he get a job when he only had one successful year of running the reins? And you and I both know Baker Mayfield is washed. I'll say it. He ain't going. He's not going to be what he was this year. If you thinking they're going to be the same that they was this year, you sorely mistaken. Atlanta's going to make a move. Now, Atlanta's going to make a move.
We didn't think it was going to be like this year.
That's fine. You allowed to have 1 good year. Atlanta gonna make moves. We gonna make moves, hopefully, right? And you expecting Carolina to be somewhat better. We know our division ain't all that. I don't see him being nowhere near the magnitude, because if we're being honest, he wasn't supposed to make it in the playoffs. No way. It's supposed to be us. Am I lying?
Of course, it's true enough.
And that's my only thing. They made it in by the hair. They chinny. And not my hair, your hair, not mine, yours. No, I don't know. Yeah. I feel bad because the goalposts always move. This man had one good year. Byron Leftwich, he coached the GOAT. The GOAT.
Exactly.
And he didn't have a job. Doug Peterson, who won the Super Bowl but wasn't even with nobody, got a head coaching position. The guy that came after him has a head coaching position. Are you serious?
ESPN, and look, I'm gonna add them too. Y'all need to do a 30 for 30 for Airbnb. They'll put all the truth. They'll put all the truths out there, man. Hey, 30 for 30.
Hey, I thought about.
What Bill Simmons when you need them?
I thought about an additional thing we can add, and we can do a pre-recording or whatever. But you're gonna like it when I tell you offline. I'm teasing y'all right now. We'll talk about it, but you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. It's gonna be a lot of us watching film.
Yeah, man.
From Rob, whatever time you have left, if you could talk about the Grambling and recycling of coaches. Do you think we have a chance next year in the season after?
Well,
you go.
Well, no, what? We're going to get there in a minute. But first, we have to give a big shout out to our G men and our G women, Lady Tigers, for handling business against Southern. They went on the road last Saturday. They handled business. They beat the Jaguars. I'm proud of my Grambling State University G men and G women. Definitely got to give a shout out to them. But Rob, to answer your question, the recycling coaches, look, every dude is, you made your mistake, son. I'm just telling you straight up. You made a mistake because he dipped and went to Prairie View. Then he went to Southern.
For a head coaching position. For a head coaching position.
Huh?
For a head coaching position.
Oh yeah, for a head coaching position. I ain't mad at that. But home is where the heart is. And look, Eric Dooley, you a champion. And I do believe one day you will get your shot at being a Grambling State University head football coach. But sometimes you gotta wait your turn. You handled business when you was at Prairie View. You did your thing there. At Southern, unfortunately, things didn't go so well in your favor. Now you back at home. I think you going to make the necessary changes to bring us back to where we used to be. I think everything will be just fine. We glad to have you back. Handle business, and then you too, one day, can get the head coach position at the Grambling State University.
First of all, I hate you because that whole slogan you just gave. Are you running for office in 2024? Yeah. So in terms of us recycling coaches, I'm not shocked. I am slightly disappointed because we're making him the offensive coordinator after he left. And I just wonder, was he in the running to be the head coach for Grambling? No, right? I don't think he was. I saw the list of candidates and I don't remember seeing his name on there. And now he's back being offensive coordinator. I don't know if he got the juice no more.
Well, I don't know. I don't know either.
To answer this question right here, we got a tough schedule next year.
Yeah, we do, man.
I'm not sure we got the juice. We will find out after game 1. And ULL will be a good test.
Well,
that's what I think. I'm not talking about beating. I'm talking about how we show up. He runs the offensive side of it. We'll see how he show up.
And defensive side, I forgot who we hired as a defense coordinator, but hopefully we supposedly have some good recruits that came in, so hopefully they can show up and show out. I'm looking forward to seeing what we have as well. And hey, let's get it, man. It's all about the black and gold, man.
Let me get in these comments real quick. The goalpost is always moving. Yes, the goalpost is always moving, G. I have no idea how this man doesn't have a head coaching job. I have no idea why Steve Wilkes doesn't have a head coaching job. I have no idea why Byron Leftwich does not have a job. They've been excellent at every place that they've been, minus a year for Byron Leftwich, which nobody would have had a good year with that squad that he was over the offense of. It wasn't going to gel. I often sit up here and wonder what the hell goes on in people's mind, because you know who they are in talks with right now, the San Francisco 49ers for the defensive head coaching position.
Who is it?
Defensive coordinator position.
Who is it?
Brandon Staley.
Yeah. Staley.
The former head coach of the LA Chargers. It still feels so foreign not to say San Diego.
All right.
The foreign, because I'm calling him foreign because he should have been let go. I guess I just don't understand how he can get a shot, and what more could he do that Steve Wilkes didn't do? Because we all know, if you watch anything of the Super Bowl, they didn't lose the Super Bowl because of defense. No. They lost the Super Bowl because of cowardness. But I won't take it there right now. I won't take it there right now.
Yep.
Y'all go watch 2 episodes ago. Real quick. Now, you know our draft is trash per usual. Our draft is
You're
trash.
good. Yeah. We're gonna have a draft. We're gonna have a weak draft.
We don't have good drafts. We make up for it in free agency, though. Unrestricted free agents and things like that.
Jay,
in the rough.
Now, if Jaden Daniels though, if Jaden Daniels up there, I don't think he's gonna be. I think, yeah. No, did you hear what they said about Drake May? He just a more athletic Mitchell Trubisky.
Hey, North Carolina,
with a lesser arm.
North Carolina and Duke quarterbacks ain't fared that well in the league.
Then Daniel Jones had that one good season, and then the injuries caught up to him, and it was Vito after that.
Who?
Vito?
Who? No. I was talking about who you said before Vito.
Daniel Jones.
Who? Stop it.
Anyway, this guy.
Real quick before we get back to it. Hate is harsh word. It's not harsh. It's real. It's real.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
And
all we're going to do is give out these facts. Well, I want to get to this real quick because it's so sweet. This right here is a video that surfaced from one of the great quarterbacks of at least our generation that we can remember.
Our generation.
People won't remember, but this is a video that surfaced, and I just want y'all to watch so we can go ahead and comment on it, and we'll keep moving on. So if y'all don't know what happened, this was Cam Newton at a 7-on-7 that he hosted and that he attended that had to do with his team because he does have a 7-on-7 team.
Yeah.
In Atlanta. And I forgot the crew's name, but they decided to jump him, right?
Right.
And I wrote down a couple of things here before you go ahead and comment on it because I got my own comments, but I wrote down a couple of things. Here's some stats for y'all that don't know.
Okay.
At 34 years old, this man is 6'5", roughly 245 pounds, give or take less or more. And if you watch this video, and if I need to, I'll replay it for y'all. He didn't throw a punch. I don't understand what they thought they was going to do. And I brought this up to say this. I feel like Cam is in the same breath as Nipsey Hussle. Sometimes you don't need to go back to your hood no more, man.
Sometimes you just don't need to go back to your hood, man. And look, I agree. I agree with everything you said. When I first saw the video, I had other words to say that I'm not going to say on this podcast, on this great podcast that we have. But it just shows you how some people are undisciplined, how some people take what others do for them for granted. And it's sad that as a community that somebody is trying to uplift the community, trying to do something. It wasn't for him. It wasn't for the guys that was punching him and everything that didn't faze him while he still had his hat on. Is everything that he did, that Cam Newton has done, he has done for the kids. And that's when it's all said and done, that's what it's all about. It's all about going back to your community. It's all about helping the young generation be better players, be better people in life. And it's sad to see that something that Cam Newton has done for years now has been overshadowed by people that unfortunately can't control themselves, that can't control their tempers. It always results to violence. So with that being said, Cam Newton, don't do nothing for him no more, man, because it seemed like this. And not only this, we seen what this has happened, but a couple of years ago, we saw a kid at Cam Newton camp, a kid at Cam Newton's camp talking crazy to Cam Newton, a teenager talking crazy to a grown man. And I know we talked about it. And again, it's so sad. No discipline has been, I guess, not going to the kids whatsoever. This couldn't have happened back when we were growing up. This wouldn't have happened back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, what he did for football, how close he got to winning it as a running, scrambling quarterback that wasn't prototypical in terms of being in the pocket and what they told us a quarterback should be, how close he got with little help that he had, mind you. He basically was that offense.
Right.
The defense was pretty special. I do remember that because we're in the same division. Defense is pretty special, but he was that spark for them. He was that offense. He was the thing that willed them to the Super Bowl and to a great period for Carolina. Outside of Jake the Snake, it hadn't been too good for Carolina. Shout out to Jake DeLong. but when it comes to this, it's the level of disrespect that people think that they can do what he did because this is a microwave society and nobody really checks their facts and really does the digging and only watches certain things and only pays attention to certain aspects of what people say. And I blame some of the media for not remembering who he was and really taking out of context what he said. I mean, who he is, he can speak on whatever the hell he wants to when it comes to a quarterback.
Right.
Because he was that for them and for the league when he was there. And I'm just happy it didn't turn out more violent than what he was. Right. Shout out to a fellow tourist. Shout out to him keeping his hat on the whole time. Shout out to him not throwing a punch. And shout out to him for what he did. Like, I don't think y'all understand. This man headlock. He had him in the headlock here.
Had him in the headlock, man.
Like he slung one. And all of this, he jumped right now. And they still didn't really get a good. They still didn't really get a good look off on him. So really crazy, really like wow when you think about it, right?
Yeah, and look, people need to stop messing with these professional athletes, man. These football players, bro, they different. I don't care. Look, unless you in college or whatever, I do not care. When it comes to the NFL, those are grown men.
Well, it's one of those things. It could have went.
It could have went bad for them
because he has security. He is that important. He is a figure in college football and in the NFL. He is that guy. Real quick, when I get to the comments, Ron Foster, my guy,
what up?
Big bro, what's up? How you doing, Ron? Thank you for tuning in. Always results to violence. That's the thing that I hate when it comes to how our community is shown.
Yeah,
sometimes
always results to violence, man.
This is G saying hey to Ron Foster. And yes, G, Cam is a big dude. Still he's a big 6'5", 245. That was, and I don't know how up to date that weight is. He may be a little bit bigger.
He may be. It's just all muscle, man. Again, for anybody.
Hey, that man.
Stop 34. Messing with these football players, dog.
Hey, that man, 34, just like us, and he a tourist. Cause G always shouting out the Virgos. Shout out to the fellow tourists,
man.
Taking up things like only we can. You know what I'm saying? G always she always shout out her Virgos. I gotta shout out my tourists out here. I gotta make sure I got my list together. Well, yeah. So another thing that we want to talk about, something that we had to make sure we point out. But before we do, I want to make sure, because we didn't do this at the top of the show. We love music here at the Bottom Line Sports.
Yeah, man.
We love it. We have a segment at the end. We used to play music. We ain't playing it right now. But we still give y'all two.
We trying to get to it, yeah.
Yeah, we trying to get to it. We looking, we searching things like that. But what are you listening to music-wise? Country, rock, hip-hop, R&B, whatever it may be. Folk? What are you listening to? We really want to know. Keep that in mind. Go ahead and comment. We'll make sure we get to it. But we're curious, so we want to make sure we do that. One of the other things that's been coming up, because it happened to Caitlin Clark, and if you know the Duke player, Cary, you can say his name, because I forgot.
Kyle Filipowski, I believe.
Good, because I didn't want to screw up his other name. His last name. That's what it was. This is something that we saw. We thought about bringing it up, but we wanted to get you guys' opinion. We don't have any clips, but I'm pretty sure you can find out what it is. Court storming. Should it be banned? And I want to make sure we add in field here too, right?
Right.
So at the end of games, especially you see in college sports, when a big upset happens, when a rivalry game happens, whatever it may be, fans of said sport will storm the field, right? And the reason why we bring this up is, do you think the athletes are in danger of the opposing team when this happens? And I'll go ahead and start with you.
All right, yeah, man. I do think the athletes are they are in danger when a lot of those fans come on the court and unfortunately, Kyle Filipowski did suffer some injuries from that happening. Do I think court storming should be banned? Me personally, I don't want it to be banned, but the way how out of control is getting right now for the student athletes that's out there, more than likely it may be banned. You may have to have some things happen where if a team wins against another team, then the fans can storm the court, but make sure the players and the coaches are completely out of the way. Make sure they're completely out of the way so that the fans can celebrate with their team or celebrate with their team basketball and football wise. So yeah. I do think that can kind of stop it. But again, you have to think about the players first. And unfortunately, with these two circumstances, two athletes, I still don't think Caitlin Clark was injured. I still stick by what I had said, that she pushed that young lady and lied on national TV about it, but that's neither here nor there. Kyle Filipowski, he does seem to that did happen, and he did get injured. So I think either ban it or have some stipulations come out where the coaches and the players get out of the way, and then they can celebrate. Of course, if the fans don't abide by those set of rules, then find the program. Find the program. Either way.
Yeah,
nobody likes losing money.
I feel like finding the program is probably something that should take place. When it comes to the storming the court, it's excitement, it's the feeling. You are a part of it. That's the school you attend. I understand that. The thing that ruffles my feathers, and we saw this happen in the NBA. So it's quite shocking it hadn't happened more in college.
Right.
Malice in the Palace comes to mind, right?
Yeah.
If you think about, we're going to click and drag Malice in the Palace to the college ranks. Imagine it happening on the court, right?
Right.
No telling, like now fans are able to drink, right? College sports allow alcohol. Imagine somebody having a beer bottle in their hand, right? You can't stop, thousands of people from storming. So you don't know what they have in their hand, their bag, whatever it may be, their back pocket and stuff like that. Right. In terms of like alcohol, I'm pretty sure they do the metal detector, so you shouldn't have a gun. But who knows, right? We know from
it's a crazy world we live in.
Right, we know where we're from. All over the state, people carry razor blades in their mouth. You never know what somebody can have, and so I feel like the court storming can be a Malice in the Palace, but on a grander scale. And I feel like that's the part that you got to watch out for. Storm the court, don't ban it, but at least make it to where you got the other team off. Because if you don't, I feel like one day it's going to happen and somebody going to run up on the wrong one. And that's when you're going to see some stuff really take place. And then we're going to be talking about the safety of fans, players, coaches, etc. At the end of the day, everybody want to enjoy competitive things and stuff like that. We all want to get home and make it the same way we came. I mean, leave the same way we came. Yep. Real quick. I see y'all music picks. I have those marks. We're going to do it when we get our music picks going. So thank y'all. Keep putting them in there. I appreciate that. Virgos rule the world. Calm down.
Yeah, they always gonna be the first place losers. They always gonna come second place to the Tauruses.
Hey, straight up. Nobody likes to talk about
straight
us.
up.
No, nobody likes to talk about us, but at the end of the day, you'll never find a friend like me. Okay. See this. Oh, shout out. I don't know. Can I call you my counsel? Let me know. I don't know. Shout out. Mrs. Fisher. I want to make sure I'm on that. Tanya Fisher. Exactly. I'm all for the celebration, but it's out of control. There needs to be some type of organization. I agree with finding the program. I absolutely agree with finding the program because no college university wants to lose any money. And I guarantee you, y'all can put a stop to it. Y'all can. You definitely can.
They can.
You can. It's only if you want to. It's only if you want to. Capricorns are the best sign. Stop it.
Oh.
But don't trust the Gemini. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. We're not gonna bash another sign. You can't do that. I know a lot of Geminis. I don't know.
Hey, congratulations to all y'all putting y'all signs down there. Y'all rank yourselves second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Again, Gary, what our Tauruses? We number one, baby.
We're number one. I do get along with Leos very, very much so. That's my bro right there. And this vision thing, I love it. I love it. I mean, I love you too, G. I love you too, but you know, you banged the Virgo said I just banged something different. Yes. So you had a couple more things on here. RJ Davis for North Carolina went off for 42 against Miami. Most points scored
by a Tar Heel and a Dean Smith center, man.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I looked at the stats yesterday. Yeah, he did have 42 points. He was the only player in double figures. Everybody else singles. 9, 8, 7, whatever. Everybody else is singles. He was the only Tar Heel to score in double digits. He did have a bad game against Virginia on Saturday. Luckily, we won that game. Yeah. He allowed to have one, but he came back and bounced back great. He is becoming one of my favorite Tar Heels to watch. Of course, up there with Marcus Page, Joel Berry, the greats, Rashad McCants, Raymond Felton, the Michael Jordans and everything. He is slowly becoming one of my favorite players to watch from North Carolina. So big shout out to Caleb Love for doing this thing out there. Lead us to the championship. Get us there, man.
Hey, you said Caleb Love.
My bad. RJ Davis. I apologize. RJ Davis. My bad. I apologize. Thanks for calling me on there.
That's our fantastic point guard, right?
Point guard, yeah. Our point guard for the North Carolina Tar Heels.
All right, that's a bit. I didn't say the last part because when you said center, I was like, wait, what?
No.
But yes, that's our fantastic point guard. So we're gonna get into the segments. If you will, if you're ready, your flag on the play happens to be with Adrian Peterson. If you remember
okay.
It, verbatim, I got it teed up whenever you get ready.
All right, so I'm gonna explain to everybody what flag on the play is, and pretty much what flag on the play is when we see any athlete, student athlete in general, male, female, coaches, anybody just doing anything crazy. It's our job as sports enthusiasts to call them out on it. And with no further ado, flag on the play, please.
It's short.
I know. My flag on the play goes to Adrian Peterson. Now, the reason he's getting that flag on the play is because reports came out that said he was selling his MVP trophy, offensive player of the year, rookie of the year, memorabilia, selling all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Adrian Peterson came out publicly and read, if you ask me my opinion, he read on a piece of paper from whoever, his lawyer, whoever, he read from a piece of paper and said, blah, 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 blah. Just pretty much saying that what everybody was reporting was wrong. It was false. They lying. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not selling any of my merchandise. I'm not selling anything. Well, sir, I just have a couple of questions. If you're not selling it, then one, why would you come out publicly and say you didn't? All right, that's one. Two, why would you come out publicly and read from a piece of paper saying that you're not selling any of your memorabilia? If you weren't selling it, hey, it ain't none of our business. People talk, reporters talk. All right, it is what it is. The truth will come out. The truth. Am I wrong, Gary?
The truth will come out.
The truth will eventually come out. Now, if you're not selling it, then them people that said all that tweeted all the stuff that came out said you selling it, they gonna have to come back on publicly and apologize and say, I apologize, my bad on that. But if they came out and said if it come out and they were telling the truth and you came out and live for no reason. And you selling your memorabilia for whatever reason. I don't know. Personal reason. Ain't none of my business. But if you came out and said you lying, and if you lie publicly, then you need to come out and just say, my bad, I had to sell it. You don't have to give us the reason. It ain't none of our business. But right now, Adrian Peterson, I don't know if there's a concussion protocol going on.
God.
But you getting a flag on the play this week, sir.
Man, you tripping. That last part was unnecessary. flag on the play to you. But it is said that Adrian Peterson is allegedly selling his MVP, Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year memorabilia, aka his hardware, for, we don't know if it's child support, if he broke, but it's said that he's selling all this, which unfortunately some players fall into this category. They become broke. They got a documentary out about that.
30
when they get done with said careers. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, my flag on the play goes to the Russell Wilson treatment, and I have a video queued up for you, so y'all be patient. Give me 1 second, and we'll get to those comments too in 1 second.
I called and I was like, I'm confused what's going on. And I didn't believe it at first. I was like, this can't be real. And I got that call that, hey, we're going to bench you for the next 9 games if you don't change your injury guarantee. So for me,
but be clear here, it's not, they don't want to bench you because of play. They're saying they're benching you because they want you to take out the injury guarantee.
Yeah, they want to push back my injury guarantee and remove it for that rest of the year. So that way, if I get injured, that they don't have to pay it.
But that's why, as a player, it doesn't even make sense to do that, because you think of those Alex Smith moments, and then hell, you can even go back to college, like Willis McGahee, I believe it was, at the U, one of his last games going into NFL, he tears everything in, or maybe it's Frank Gore, everything in their knee.
I didn't want to set a precedent for players to remove their injury guarantees.
So I'll stop it right there, ladies and gentlemen. So what we have here is a setup, right?
Yep.
Russell Wilson, albeit that Nathaniel Hackett deal was crazy, was trash on a lot of levels. But this flag on the play just continues to go to the treatment that he is enduring, and he's a very capable quarterback.
I agree.
Now, for those who don't know, Russell Wilson had a new head coach. He coached for this team right here and brought a Super Bowl, but screw him. I don't care about him. Screw him. Sean Payton was the new head coach of the Denver Broncos. He likes to rule with an iron fist. He comes from a said culture like Bill Belichick, in a sense where it's his way or the highway. So there's a lot of reports came out Russell Wilson after he did his knee lifts on the plane and stuff like that. he wasn't really on board. So Russell Wilson, in all his due diligence, he changed the way that he was behaving and began to buy more to the team. Actually had the Denver Broncos looking very competitive. This clip was about after they won against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions, mind you. This is after they won against the Super Bowl champions. They told him they wanted him to either sit or take out the injury guarantee, which on so many levels, if you think about it, if he takes out his injury guarantee, this means that he does not get paid, right? And they can set him up and be like, hey, you're going to get these third string linemen, and we're going to get somebody off the street to come be your offensive lineman, and then you get hurt and then you don't get paid, and then we're not liable, and we can sit up here and figure out what to do without the money and stuff like that. And Russell Wilson was going through all of this. Like I said, the Denver Broncos and said head coach, because I believe he has full autonomy to do what he needs to do. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, number one. But number two, shout out to you, Russell Wilson, for sticking up for yourself. And I hope, I don't hope. Hope ain't something that we do, right, G? I know that you will not settle for anything less, that no matter what, the Denver Broncos got to pay you. So screw y'all for trying to sit up here and screw that man. I hate what y'all are doing to him. And I'm not going to lie, I was definitely calling him, like, done. Like, burnt chicken. But that was the Nathaniel Hackett era. He actually got better this year. He returned to some form of what he was. He looks like he's middle of the pack, if not a top 10 quarterback. If you look at the stats again, we'll never beat y'all down with the stats. But no starting quarterback has ever endured this type of treatment that he's getting, and it ain't right. And I hope that they got to pay him every freaking penny that he is deserved. because this contract was set up before they got Sean Payton. Go ahead, good sir, before I get to these comments.
All right, man. Now let's get to the next segment. When life comes at you fast, man. And pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you're on cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 11, and 15. Is when you come crashing down, when that parachute don't work and you just come crashing down back to earth. And
I miss a mirror breaking.
yeah, that's when life comes at you fast. So with no further ado, this goes to Jordan Poole. He gets the when life comes at you fast. He was benched last week against the Denver Nuggets. Man, Jordan Poole had so much promise from coming to Golden State to being the member of the Washington Wizards. He hasn't showed up consistently like he's supposed to. He has had some good games. And then again, he has had a lot of bad games. And then along with those bad games, a lot of bloopers, a lot of blunders going on. And it's just not what I thought I would see from what I saw at Golden State. He has took a back seat now that he's in Washington. He hasn't been consistent like I thought he would be. But
we knew he wasn't going to be consistent.
Yeah, KG thought he was going to be. KG thought he was going to be the next James Harden. I said he wasn't going to be the next James Harden. That's a lie. I knew he wouldn't be that guy.
Wait. I ain't trying to stop your flow, but the concern that I feel for G. Wait, what happened to Jordan?
I know, G. Hey, look, it seemed like all the Monstars. Look, it seemed like all the Monstars took his power, man.
Stop it.
The Monstars took his
now you know he wasn't good enough to be in the first Space Jam. He had to be in the remake of with LeBron James. Stop it.
But yeah, man, when life comes at you fast, it goes to nobody, no person right now than Jordan Poole. By the way, he did have a good game the other day. I ain't gonna cap. He did have a good game, but that don't diminish the fact that he got benched last week against the Denver Nuggets. You wrong for that, Jordan. I need you to step your game up, sir. I need you to be that player that I know you can be.
All Washington did was make a bad trade.
That's
and
it.
Inherit a bad contract. That's what I'll say. Real quick, want to get to these comments. I know they were flooding in. Let me make sure I get them on the screen. This is for Spencer B, our arch nemesis. I'm a GM. Notice I said GM. Yeah, anyway. I guess cancers are not in the running. Yes, mother, of course you are. You're the only cancer that's in the running. You're the only one. From Spencer, so what's up with the hat? Like, you really want that on your head? Well, it's better than having something dirty on my head, right, Spencer?
And a bird.
Yeah, it's a dirty bird on my head. It's better than that. This is Spencer saying, hey to G, of course.
Hey, G.
Oh no, I almost put up a pic. I want to put them up. I'll put them up later. Wow, your production level is 100% better. Y'all working. Looks really good. Thank you. Appreciate that. From what I said earlier about hope, we do not hope. Hope is not a strategy. It's merely a wish without a plan. We do not hope.
I like the quote.
We do not hope. That is I'll say it. Fine. I know somebody else said it, but I don't care. This is a G.R. Houston Jack original. Hope is not a strategy. I know somebody else said it before, but I don't care. G, on this here podcast, this is your original. Hope is not a strategy. It's a plan without a wish. I'm sorry, a wish without a plan. I apologize. And yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get to my money shot. My money shot is something that I don't want you to forget, something that you have to remember. And when you do remember it, come back and watch the episode or share it with somebody. Why don't you? This is my money shot.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money. Dollar bill, y'all.
Stop it. Why you louder over the music? Yes, this week's money shot goes to one Juju Watkins. She has to pass the great Cheryl Miller as a USC point guard, breaking the record of 10 30-plus point games to 11 in her freshman season.
Good
Juju
God Almighty.
Watkins will be a problem. I know all the attention is focused on Caitlin Clark, as it should be, as she will be very much so a problem for whatever team she plays for the WNBA. Remember, we have told you countless of times, start tuning into women's basketball because it is a revolution coming. It is coming fast. Juju Watkins recorded her 11th 30-point game for the USC Trojans against Stanford. She went off for 51, y'all. She's a freshman. As far as I know, they had to stay all 4 years. You can mark this because I know you said it behind the scenes, and so have I. We're both saying this now. I know I'm speaking for you, Cary, but it's fine. She will break Caitlin Clark's record before it's all said and done.
Yep.
She is that good. Juju Watkins, I say point guard, but I don't know if it's just a guard, so I'll just say guard. Juju Watkins guard for the USC Trojans is a problem. 11 30-point games in her freshman year? Get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention. I believe there are talks that are going on right now. USC may be a number 1 seed this year.
They may be a number 1 seed, man.
And the women's college tournament, we can have a couple of specials going on for March Madness because it is that big of a deal. But the women's basketball tournament, I need y'all to pay attention.
We're going to
pay attention. It's something happening. We're trying to tell y'all about the shit before it happened. The WNBA about to get real competitive real soon. It's about to be some stuff happening. Really quick before we get to everybody's favorite segment, the music picks of the week. Let's see. From Sade to Spencer, when he said he's a gem, was he talking about Gemini? Yes, Sade. He's talking about Gemini. Yep. That quote was shared with me from years from my mentor. Can't tell you who said it first. I don't know who said it first either, G.
I know you said it first. It was the first time on Bottom Line Sports Talk that it was said. So, G, you said it first on Bottom Line Sports Talk. That's all that matters.
Yes, that's all that matters. Yes, we want to get to our music picks, something that we share. We love music. It's something that's integral in sports, something that is integral in our lives. We love music, right? Not just hip hop and R&B, but that is a main sector that we operate in. We love music. So, want to make sure that we get these picks off. And you know I ain't good at pronouncing and saying names all the time, Cary. So you might have to say a couple of these. But from G, we have, she is listening to, I believe, Teddy Swims, Lose Control. Is that right?
Okay. Gotta check it out.
All right. From Said, if you want to read that one.
Champagne Jack by Jean Noble or Jean Noble.
I think it's John, but I might be
John Noble. Okay, listening to Praise Jah in the Moonlight, YG Marley. Okay, gotta check those out.
And that is from, Oh yeah, and that is from Kendasia. Yes.
Kendasia. Gotta check those out.
We appreciate that. If I miss anything, I'm gonna go through. But Cary, if you will, what are your 2 music picks this week?
All right, the first one is a classic. I know everybody in here should know this one. This is a classic record by the great group Cameo, Back and Forth. And for the next pick, we have Ashley, Alone with You. Again, the first pick is Cameo, Back and Forth. The second pick is Ashley, Alone with You. I believe, Ashley, I think that record may have came out maybe a couple of months ago, or some years ago. I heard it for the first. I heard it for the first time not too long ago, and I want to introduce her to all of y'all, so y'all go check that out.
Yeah. No, I'm messing with it. I love it. For my picks, my 2 music picks, we have No Worries, Daydream. Pretty good record.
Okay.
I like it. I almost played one that you had played before, but I remember it because when I heard it, I was like, he played this already. So Daydreaming, pretty good record. No Worries. That is the dynamic duo of Anderson .Paak and I forgot what's the other guy's name. You remember?
I cannot think his name. Yeah.
I gotta look it up. I'm gonna be bothered.
He's the producer.
Yeah, all right. Both of them produced, but he's the main one that's a producer. Yes, here we go. Sorry, y'all. I forgot. I drew a blank. Knowledge. Right?
Knowledge.
Anderson Park Knowledge, they formed the group No Worries. Daydreaming is a song that came out, I believe, 2022. Pretty good record, something a little slow. And you'll be surprised, Cary. Adrian Marcel, AOB featuring Lil Bear,
Rubber Band.
Yeah. I was surprised that he had a song like this. It's good. I just was surprised that he was on this thing.
Okay.
So I know you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna tell me what you think. But yeah, it was pretty good. Adrian Marcel, we have been fans of his for a while. Been waiting on a lot of records to come out. He is a protege, if you will, of Raphael Sadiq.
Yes, Sadiq. Yep.
He is a protege. Yes. So we thank y'all. I'm gonna do a better job next week of making sure I put the question at the beginning of what are y'all listening to, so we can make sure that we get those, so we can get y'all put in. Make sure that we are actually highlighting it.
Yeah, man.
And whenever somebody work on this playlist, we'll make sure to share that out here to the community as well. That's a shot at you if you ain't know.
Okay.
Yeah, screw you. But yes. Did you have anything else for the good audience out there?
Nah, man. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in, and we appreciate you.
Yep. We are a good ways as to what we want this show to look like. So we want to thank y'all for being patient. We are on our own. Didn't mention it at the beginning, but we want to mention it now. So make sure, again, you like, subscribe, share, love on us, because we love y'all. Definitely love all of that good stuff. And also, you know, we just trying to make sure we do this thing, get out there, get popping. We believe we are great. We also believe that we need your help as well, because we are not nothing
without you.
Yeah, look, I'm campaigning now too, huh? But yes, we thank y'all so much for tuning in for this very good hour. We want to say we love y'all. Like,
we appreciate it.
This big. We appreciate y'all for sure. And if anybody tell you, Gary and Cary love you no matter what. We love you no matter what.
It's all love.
Yep, real quick. We way much better than before. Yes, we are happy to be outside of that partnership that we had before. So thank y'all very much. We are here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Great show coming from G and also from Miss Tanya. Thanks. Love the show. And y'all had a very good show an hour or so before mine. So y'all go check that out. I forgot, G. I should have told you to make sure you put the link inside of here. I'll make sure to put that on my social media. Love the show. Love the advice. Love y'all. Love everybody that we come in contact with. Love everybody that's coming in. Love whoever tuned in live and on the replay. And once again, this is Bottom Line Sports Talk.
Yep. What we do for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you did.
You did. And this is #1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Y'all take it easy. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all very, very, very soon.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Bottom Line Sports Talk. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and don't forget to share. We'll see you next time.